I think Glenn froze, or he's doing the greatest impression of being a mime.
He either froze or he's absolutely fucking with us, and he's doing a great job of it.
Glenn, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, pal. Come back. Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is a very special piece of business because it is 2:15 a.m. in the morning here. I'm with the mayor of superstars himself, the mayor of Canton, and the reigning and defending champion of the piece of business predictions. It's Mr. AWIP himself, Brett Piles. How you doing, guys?
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? We're happy to see you not frozen in time.
Yes, it's a bit hairy there. Usually, recording this time in the morning, the internet plays up because I don't know about it. But
that's probably when they do their software updates or some shit.
That's it. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, there we go.
So
you thought it happened again. You're okay. You're not frozen.
Yeah, I'm all right.
It was you. Yes. Since this is a European event, Glenn, I changed my name to a European/French name from the mayor to Mewa. And might I say that our show here is going to be more over in France than toast, because French toast is delicious.
Yeah, I caught a French catfish yesterday. I threw her back quick enough.
Amel's French, right?
Amel's French, yeah. France. I wouldn't throw her back.
That would be a nice catfish.
Absolutely not. The best kind. Anyway.
All right.
Right then, I'll hand over to you, Mr. Piles, because you could do the officiating from now on. Now I've done the intro.
That's fair. That's fair. I will read the matches as I know them. A wise man used to say on this show.
Yes.
All right. Well, Glenn, I got to ask you first though before we get into this thing. You are going to this thing. Your first premium live event since they were called pay-per-views in 1992. What's your excitement level for this thing?
For the thing itself, not that high. For the event of going to Cardiff, seeing all the British wrestling guys and the UK besties and all of the day, that's what I'm really excited about.
Now, how far are you from Cardiff, Glenn?
It's going to take me 8 hours on a coach to get there. So it's about 300 and something miles.
Now, when you speak coach for English terms, that's not a stagecoach, as in like drawn by a horse, right?
No, that's drawn by a lot of horses, as in
like a train.
As in like a bus.
A bus, got you. Okay, I wasn't sure what a coach was. I just wanted to make sure.
If anybody's riding a horse and a buggy around here, Mayor, you know it's me.
Like I said, I am naive. You saw, if anyone listened along to the English quiz show that we had, I am not a man of English knowledge, so there's no. I'm just curious. That's all.
Basically, I'm taking the equivalent, the British equivalent of the Greyhound from one side of the country to the other.
Gotcha.
You guys have like those big double-decker buses that you go on, or is it just a normal bus?
No, it's a single decker. It's a bit more plush than the double-decker ones.
Ooh, it's more plush.
And you have to spend 8 on the thing.
Ooh,
You have to be a bit more comfortable than you would on a double-decker.
See, like I know we're all like ignorant Americans, so we just assume that wherever you live in Wales isn't that far, but it's 8 fucking hours. That's like going from here to Chicago. Chicago's 8 hours from here, so
that's right.
But anyway, that should be one hell of an event. You'll get to meet up with our buddy Simon. You get to see our buddy Che. That'd be a lot of fun for you, pal.
I know they'll both be listening to this afterwards, but especially to Che, thanks for the offer of her floor for the night on Saturday night, because it's made my journey a lot less stressful.
Glenn Abbott slept in worse places than on a floor, pal. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do this damn thing. We got 5 matches on this show. Let's start out with the one that I know Glenn is least excited for because he doesn't want to see this one again. We got Riddle.
Yeah.
Not Matt Riddle, just regular old Riddle. He's taking on a man who gets 3 names. Riddle only gets 1. This guy gets 3 names. It's Seth freaking Rollins. Glenn, it's your show, so we're gonna let you pick first.
Oh dear, it's got to be Riddle. It's probably going to open the show. You've got to put the face over on the opening match of the show.
It almost makes no sense for Rollins to win here. I mean, he's gotten the better of Riddle so many times that if he beats Riddle here, that's just going to kill Riddle flat, personally, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think Riddle's got to win. What do you think, Maywa? Sorry. I'm not cultured.
So you guys are both taking Riddle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now with good old Trips running the show here, I do feel like he probably has a favorite in Seth after working with him for so many years. And I don't know his working relationship with Riddle or how he perceives him, because from what I understand, Riddle was very much a favorite of Vince. And so was Theory. I hate even calling him that. Austin Theory. And we've seen how he's been treated over the last month, which means there is that possibility that Triple H is going to go back to the well that he's known well for, I don't know, a decade with Rollins and push him on to be able to split up the belt and carry a belt. Maybe, I don't know, not spoiling anything that would happen on later. So I could see Rollins winning here, but I feel like it's Riddle. So I'm sorry I brought you all through that, but I at least wanted to make your minds think. Yes, I'm picking,
let us down.
I did. I was selling you guys. I was seeing if I could get any takers. I'm going to go Rollins as well. I'm sorry for taking you through all that.
You had me absolutely believing you were picking Rollins.
The trouble is you're not quite as good as Jeremy.
Jeremy, let me talk to you. What if I do this? To get you a little bit more.
Jeremy used to do it, and then I'll end up changing my pick. We'll both get it wrong.
Just keep talking until someone says, I've got to change.
Or sometimes Jeremy would set Glenn up and they completely pull the rug out from under him. Glenn would be like, who do you think's gonna win? Corbin or Madcap Moss? And Glenn would be like, of course Corbin's going to win. He's like, but Jeremy would just go through this whole spiel of why Madcap Moss is going to win. And then Glenn would go like, you know what? They're right. He's going to win. And Jeremy would go, no, Glenn, of course not. Corbin's going to win. I don't know how he does that. Like,
that's what I was trying to go for there. It was the old Lucy and Charlie Brown football scene where she just, here we go. Whoop.
Trying to dupe me out of the championship, damn it. Anyway. The next one we've got is, let's say, Liv Morgan is going to defend her SmackDown Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. I don't know.
Another pay-per-view level match.
Oh, yeah. High-level pay-per-view match here. I think Morgan wins, but I'm honestly not sure. I don't even understand what's going on with Baszler and Morgan. There's been a lot of good stuff on Raw and SmackDown. This not so much. I'm not so much on board with this as everything else. So I don't know. Liv Morgan retains, Mayor.
I'm going to agree with you because I don't think I've seen Shayna Baszler win a singles match on television in like 2.5 years. But I also feel like the same scenario where Triple H, when he was controlling NXT, I think she was the champion for 2 years straight or something insane. I think she might actually have the record. I'm not sure about that. But either way, I could see where Shayna wins here, but I also don't see any purpose whatsoever on taking it off of Liv unless they're just like getting no react. I don't know, merchandising and all that good stuff. But I don't see the purpose on taking it off of her here. And I see that she retains and carries it forward for several more months.
The longest reigning NXT Women's Champion was Asuka at 522 days. Shayna Baszler's right behind her.
Okay,
I get to be the research department this time, Glenn. How do you like that? What do you think, Glenn?
Good. Yeah, no, that's excellent.
Let me pull some stats for you. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Who do you think is going to win, Glenn?
It's just Liv Morgan. All the big dogs in the women's title picture are all back. They're going to be uniting that title at some point. Put it on either Charlotte or Bayley.
Now, has Charlotte come back yet? I know that they did a vignette for her on either Raw or SmackDown last week. And obviously, we're not watching SmackDown right now because we're on here. But has there been any indication that Charlotte's come back?
No, I just saw the vignette as well but she's obviously ready to come back. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she was ever injured or not ready. I think it was just taking her off television for a while for marriage purposes.
I think so. She got married. I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, I'm in favor of pulling people that are off top level or medium up level off television for a while. I know it doesn't make financial sense to pay people not to be there, but it also brings back people with a new fresh coat of paint where you can appreciate that they've been gone and makes them feel special.
You got to go away so I could miss you.
I do. Fine then. Jesus, guys.
Well, not you.
The thing is,
I only see you once a week. That's fine. That's enough.
Okay, that's enough.
That's a perfect amount.
That was the thing that NXT UK used to do well. Is you wouldn't see people for weeks and not even realize you hadn't seen them, and then suddenly they'd pop up and have a match.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Oh my god, I forgot about this guy." Yeah, except for Saxon Huxley, he never leaves my heart, pal.
No, that was sad they released him.
I
honestly thought they'd missed a trick there with having Charlie Dempsey turn up with Chase U rather than Saxon Huxley.
Ripping arms off and shit. Anywho, speaking of people beating the shit out of each other, we're going to have this is going to be a house fight right here. We're going to see some red chests. There may be some bleeding.
This is the one that I am really looking forward to seeing live. There is going to be death. There is going to be mayhem. It is going to be bloody. It is going to be nasty.
It's going to be like Godzilla versus Kong is what it's going to be like. Gunther defending his Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus. Mayor, you get to pick first. I know you're excited for this.
I mean, I'm not. I can't. Gunther has got to be my pick no matter what. Like, I don't care. He's fighting the entire U.S. Army. I'm picking Gunther. He's going to slap everyone. He's going to. This is going to be so good. Like, I can't wait for this match. It's just going to be hostile, hard-hitting brutality that just like brings you back to like old school wrestling when you're not going to see guys diving through the ropes and off the top rope and doing tope stupid citas or something along those lines. This is going to be fantastic. And this is my kind of match, and I'm so excited for it. And there's no way they're taking it off Gunther. Gunther's carrying this belt for a while.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be the match of the show. Maybe the main event has a chance of being better than this, but I just can't see it. These guys are going to go all out. They're going to beat the living crap out of each other. Big men slapping meat. Gunther's got to win. I don't see any reason to put the belt on Sheamus at this point. Glenn, go ahead.
There is absolutely no reason at all. Sheamus is just there because he's Irish rather than. And they had to throw somebody in there for a title that had British connections apart from in the main event. So
now, are they fans of opposing soccer clubs, Glenn?
Oh, they would definitely be fans of opposing soccer clubs. I don't know.
I'm sure Gunther has to, have some allegiance to.
He probably likes Borussia Dortmund or something like that.
Oh yeah, or Bayern Munich or one of those.
I figured Bayern Munich.
Is he German or is he from Austria?
He's actually Austrian, but most of his wrestling career was in Germany before he came over here, made his name on Progress, and then got picked up by the WWE.
There you go, pal.
And Ginny.
The research department with
Ginny.
Yep. The only person that can pick up Gunther is Ginny. Write that down.
Yeah. The only person he's ever going to tap out for.
Yeah,
could you imagine him just tapping out to, $1 million dream? No.
No, come on. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now it's a 6-woman tag team match. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka will take on Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Glenn, you get to pick this one.
I think that the heel team is going to win this one for the simple reason that it will make Bayley look a credible opponent for the Bianca title going into Survivor Series.
If you're going to have your champion take a pin, and this is the way to do it, you do it in this match, and you set that matchup next, unless they're going to do something where you get some dissension amongst the ranks within the tag team. But it only makes sense for Bayley to be the next person to challenge Belair. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Glenn. I think Bayley and her crew get the win.
Because the thing is they've not even put Bianca with two people that are actually after her title that much. I know Asuka's sort of, but Asuka's still being a jolly self. So
now, when are they doing this tag team women's championship finals? Yeah. When are they doing that? Because I feel like two of those teams are actually in the semifinals.
So Dakota Kai and Sky beat Bliss and Asuka on Monday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the semis, yeah. And then they had like a 4-way match tonight to decide who would face the other team because Toxic Attraction's out. Big, convoluted situation.
Toxic Attraction is not out in my boat.
Well,
I really don't know why they don't just do away with that women's title, that tag title. Put it out of its misery.
Yeah. Yeah, unless they're going to do one across all brands, I don't see any point of doing it. Unless they're going to seriously build some women's tag teams, which they haven't done yet.
See, that would have been what I thought until Toxic Attraction had to drop out, was that they were going to put the whole thing on them and then have them go back to NXT and put the women's title on the line against the NXT women's title and just amalgamate the whole thing into one.
It would have made sense.
Yeah, but if you're going to pick a team to do it, they would be the one. So, Mayor of Canton, who are you taking in this one?
I think we're all going to have the same pick so far. How many more matches are there?
There's one more match.
Whew. God dang. There's only one way to win a belt, and that's by going against the grain. Oh, man.
I gotta have all the matches on this show. This is the only one.
This could kind of go other way.
Yeah. So if you're gonna throw up a Hail Mary, I'd throw it up on this one.
Yeah. Have you ever seen where Mr. Perfect threw that 100-yard pass with Randall Cunningham to himself?
I didn't see that.
That was superb.
And that's what I'm gonna do right here. I'm picking the baby faces. We're going with Bliss. We're going with Asuka. We're going with Bianca Belair because I wanted to say it, Glenn, because you didn't get to.
Oh, you're right. You didn't get to say it. We should have made him read the people's names. Damn it.
So that's my pick right there. Thank you.
There
Glenn.
he goes. We got it. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. Well, that's it. We are here. It's the main event. Is the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre. Let me see. I'd love to see Drew in here. It'd be a cool moment for him, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Roman's gonna retain. He is the goose that lays the golden eggs at this point, and I don't know if they're gonna be ready to take him off him just yet, unless it's gonna be like a short reign where he wins it back on Friday Night SmackDown or something. Marois, we're gonna let you pick, and then we're gonna let Glenn go last.
Well, no, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just going to talk to you.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to play the music.
This fucking guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to say that Roman Reigns wins here, and I'm just going to keep it clean because I still do not see a reason to take it off him. As long as that man's healthy and able to go at the big pay-per-views, keep it on him for the time being. You got something special. I know that the other channel is going to want a champion here to call their own because everyone wants a nice little shiny gem to call their own. And that's the only reason I could see them splitting the belts at this point in time. But even then, I don't know how they're splitting up the title, even if they won. Does that mean Roman would go back to Raw with a title and then Drew would go back to SmackDown? Say Monkey Wrench Theory cashes in. He's on Raw. Where do the titles go? I don't know. No one knows. None of this makes sense. So I'm picking Roman because they didn't define the terms clear enough.
And there you go, pal. That was a whole. I was out of breath just listening to you talk on that one, pal.
I froze Glenn again.
Glenn fell asleep. All right, Glenn, wake up. It's your pick.
I'm sorry, guys. Wake up, guys. Wake up.
I'm calling some chicanery going on here. There is skullduggery afoot. And at the end of the day, Drew will end up standing tall. Maybe not with the titles, but Drew's going to win.
They're going to do like a Lex Luger at SummerSlam 1993 situation where he wins by countout?
Something like that.
So he wins, but he doesn't win the belt.
Yes.
Okay. This isn't a no disqual. Wow, that word came out strange. A no disqualification. Starting to speak French.
This is a no disqualification match, like the Usos can't get involved because that's Roman's squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just came up with a new gimmick match. It's a no disqualification match. Your squad can't come out here and help you.
No squads.
No squads.
No squads out here. No, not up in here.
Samoan squad teams.
No Samoan squad teams. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well,
anyway, go with Drew. So,
and Glenn's going with Drew with some chicanery. What was the other word you said? You said chicanery. What was the other word?
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery. Oh God, Mayor, write that down.
Skullduggery going in there.
That's one of my favorite words I've ever heard.
I have not used that in a sentence yet today, so.
Nor will I ever use it in a sentence. Anyway, that's it. That's all the matches. We've talked about them all.
That's all right then.
I feel like we made some great picks there, guys.
Well, it's not hard, is it, with 5 matches?
Yeah.
It's hard not to all pick the same with 5 matches, but
I'm sure you guys in the live crowd will probably get some before stuff and after stuff that's going to be. Because I can't imagine it's only a 5-match show. I can't imagine.
When are they doing that tag team finale for the women's championship?
No idea.
They just haven't defined it, or
I don't think so.
Unless it's just on SmackDown tonight and they're talking about it.
Well, they're supposed to have that 4-way to see who takes Toxic Attraction's place tonight.
So the final will probably be on Raw on Monday then.
Yeah, probably something like that. Probably something like that.
Because they don't trust us Brits to have a final or something like that.
You guys will fuck it up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You wouldn't do that.
Nothing more than the NXT or the NXT 2.0 crowd does.
Oh God!
I just want to walk in there and start punching people.
All those assholes can kiss my ass. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a trip down to Florida here. You see, it's a fist.
Yeah, purely chance, just for the sake of it. It's terrible.
The Maywa is coming.
Maywa.
You may want to leave.
You may want to exit the NXT 2.0 arena. Anywho.
So have we done any research for this fantastic Mayor of Superstars coming up this evening, Glenn?
There's not a lot of research to be done on this because there's no jobbers. It's a solid card. I think everything is
all the contestants.
Sorry?
I said we're going to know all the contestants.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
We're not going to be questioning where they're
there's
from.
There's a few little bits that I've dug up, but
okay,
that arose in the research. Nothing really.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed here for the high five champion of the world to come out again, but I doubt it. He's already gone by this time because this is like 6 months away from where we were at, wasn't it?
It's a nightmare. This is, yeah.
No, this is so as we're watching it, we're getting to this thing just as we're watching, so like it's the same exact time.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought the episode skipped like.
No, this is you're on the right timeline. The thing is basically half the roster bailed or got sacked just before the pay-per-view. So,
it's crazy because pre-internet, you didn't really think about stuff like that. Like you didn't even, well, at least as I did as a kid. Obviously, I was probably, I don't even know, 10 years old or something at the time, 12 years old. And like, you don't really think about people just leaving or quitting or moving to other companies at the time. You just enjoy what's going on in the ring. And a lot of times I kind of try to pull myself back on that for current wrestling to think like, majority of these people watching these shows, a lot of them are children or at least kids under 13 that might see it the same way, that they're not following everything that's going on. They're just appreciating for what they see.
Unfortunately, 13-year-old kids have the internet, so they probably know too.
Yeah, I guess so.
I assume like 15% of wrestling fans on Twitter are teenagers. By the way, they fucking talk and act, so I'd like to hope they're not adults.
Yeah. Although that heel turn thing I sent you guys did make me laugh. Whoever did create that.
That was very good. Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. I didn't follow the person. I just kind of saw it in my timeline. It's like, wow, that's really good. Are we going to see any odd returns that we don't know of, do you think? Do you think anyone surprises us all the way in the wily world of England?
I'm wondering if Noam Dar might show up with the Heritage Cup.
In what, what capacity? Just like
I don't know.
backstage?
The thing is they're obviously going to do something with the Heritage Cup because they've not released Noam Dar. He's not on the list of releases. So what it will be, I don't know. And they may well set something up next Saturday. Who knows?
I mean,
true.
Now, with them basically ceasing NXT UK, all of the stuff that they've already taped, that stuff, a lot of it hasn't been released yet, right? Because they still run a timeline behind.
No, there's only 2 episodes left.
Okay.
Yeah, because they canceled a bunch of tapings.
Yeah, they did. They basically started wrapping it up this week, which would have been like recorded 3 weeks ago.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't watch along religiously. I've watch a few episodes here and there, and I really need to get into it because it's such quality wrestling. Everything I've seen on the show makes me just feel like good quality old school wrestling, and I need to get caught up on it. Now, I listen to your guys' I do listen to the Piece of Business podcast, and I get to enjoy it that way, but actually watching it myself, I haven't got into it that much.
Well, plug. You can do both in a few weeks' time.
Oh.
Because
how will we do that, Glenn?
Because a piece of business is getting in the time machine and going back to the very beginning of NXT UK.
Back to episode 1.
Back to episode 1, and we will be reviewing every single episode from the beginning up until the end. Hopefully, if Brent can stay with me for that long, or
till one of us expires, pal.
Basically, yeah.
Now, what is the date of episode 1 of NXT UK?
Oh,
like
there we go.
5 years ago.
It's
Good God Almighty.
I've been hearing from different people because NXT
February
the original televised date.
February 17th, 2018 was the debut episode.
So 4 years.
So that's 4 years.
Yeah.
Now that predates what was that? What was the classic the Cruiserweight Classic?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
like 2016.
Yeah, that was
so that happened then, and then maybe about a year later or so they started up NXT UK. Something like along those lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couple years.
What happened? The reason they started up NXT UK was over here, one of our large terrestrial TV companies, ITV, decided that they were going to bring back World of Sport Wrestling on a Saturday afternoon. But instead of having people that knew anything about wrestling produce it, they had people that did soap operas and sitcoms produce it. So it's a bit of a mess. Gotcha. Obviously, Mr. McMahon took a look at that and thought, there's a lot of talent there that we can nick.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money to be made.
Yeah, a lot of money to be made. So that's why they started out NXT UK, and basically he drove the world of sport out of business because they took all their stars.
Gotcha.
A familiar sounding thing.
Yeah.
The golden days of wrestling.
Well, I love watching along wrestling to wrestling podcast more than probably anybody else in the world. So I will be following along and watching those episodes for sure.
And plus, you'll get Brent's reaction because
he's never seen them either, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
We're not going to be doing the original tournament because he's seen that.
I have seen that.
Yeah, I did watch the original tournament.
So, but we will be starting from episode 1 because I can't remember what happened back in 2018. It was a bit of a torrid time for me. So,
who knows?
No, we're not going to spoil it. I believe Dallas is winning it all.
The only thing I can predict that happened in 2016 was I liked Nebraska football because I like it every year. So that's it.
I like corn. Corn's good.
I love corn. Have a corn-tastic day, everybody. Have a corn-tastic day.
It's like bubbles of juice, whatever the kid said.
And I think that little segue there, I'll say, I'll hit the tagline. We'll get out of this one, and then we'll watch some Survivor Series from 1992, shall we?
The American Stars.
Goodbye.